Hi guys, welcome to my fitness. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this amazing high protein vegan scrambled eggs. This is also known as Buticha in Amharic. It's a great source of protein, especially if you're doing weight training. This is how I get my protein source during the fasting season. What you will need is white onion, garlic cloves, chili, if you like spice, or tomato, salt, ground ginger, turmeric, olive oil, and your main ingredient is this gram flour, also known as chickpea powder. Whatever version you can get, and this is the closest that I can get in my store. This is high protein, healthy, vegan. First thing you want to do is take your chickpea flour. You want to measure around, I'm going to use this one person portion, so I'm just going to use around 100 grams. This is the main ingredient. I'm using a sieve so that it takes out any bubbles. So just make sure my scale is on. This takes out all the air. You don't want any bubbles in this. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Flavor. I'm going to add a bit of turmeric for color. Maybe a little bit. Again, I want to sieve this. Some ground ginger for flavor. Just a little bit. Quite strong taste, so probably not that much. Now we're going to be making our batter. I'm using cold water, and I'm going to use this to mix my batter. Keep on mixing. Let's start cooking. Before you start this step, have some boiled water ready to use. Into a non-stick pan, pour your batter. And what you'll need to do is on low heat, just gently stir it. It's really important you use a non-stick pan as the batter will start to stick. So as I'm doing now, you just consistently stir. And what will happen is the batter will start to thicken up. As you can see, this is now starting to thicken up, especially towards the bottom. You just need to always make sure you're consistently stirring the way that I'm doing it. As you can see, the batter has now thickened up. What you will need is some hot water, which we're going to be adding gently to this and continuing to stir. Add a drop of hot water to the bottom, put the lid on and let it steam and cook. After a few minutes, mix the water that you've poured to the batter, pour some more water, close the lid, steam. Repeat this a couple of times until it tastes cooked. You're going to let this cook for about 10 minutes. While that's cooking, what you want to do is prepare some baking paper. We're going to use this to cool down the eggs on. I'm being lazy and using my hands. I should have probably used scissors. It would have made my life easier. I prefer to use baking paper over a plate or a tray because I found that the steam makes it soggy when it's cooling down, and it's also easier to make a thin, flat layer with this. What you want to do is take the batter out and flatten it out to let it cool. You don't have to use baking paper. I just found it's easier to work with. You can use a plate, you can use a tray. I've just gone for this option. You want to let it cool completely and then we start cutting it. If you look at the consistency, it looks and even feels like eggs. I've used a knife to cut it up and then I've gone in with a fork to get that crumble look. My scrambled eggs are now ready. I'm just going to put it in a container, ready to use. Next thing you want to do is cut up your onions, chili and tomato to be used for the scrambled egg. If you don't like spice, you can leave the chili out. Into a frying pan, put 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You now want to saute your onions, garlic, and then some chili. We're also going to add a bit of salt for seasoning. Season it to your preference, and we're going to add some turmeric to give it some color. You want to saute the onions and garlic first, then add your turmeric, then add your tomato. Close the lid and let it cook for a little bit. I added an additional tablespoon of oil because I found that the sauteed onions were a bit too dry. Full descriptions of ingredients will be in the description box. Now the important bit, to add your vegan scrambled eggs. Put that in, mix it together with what you've sauteed, close the lid and let it cook for a little bit. You can season it to your own preference. I've cooked it for about 5 minutes, giving it a gentle stir so that it doesn't stick to the pan. We're now done and you can dish up. This tastes really amazing. It looks and even has a texture of scrambled eggs. I hope you enjoy this. Let me know in the comment if you have made it. It's a really good on its own or even as a side dish for breakfast, lunch, or sometimes I even have it for dinner. If you're new to my channel, subscribe for healthy recipes and exercise videos. Thank you. I'm a